The poem that I picked is A Boy Named Sue. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, but it gained popularity when Johnny Cash made it into a song. Originally, I watched a documentary on Johnny Cash, and I really liked the story of how he got this song, and it was something that it just told me a lot about who he was as a performer and the amount of talent that he had. So when Johnny Cash, he did a lot of concerts in prisons. So it was really rebellious at the time to do something like that. Even now, you don't really hear about artists going into prisons and doing stuff like that. But he would record his albums live in prisons. And a lot of times, he would have parties before his concerts. And he would have everyone who was anyone there. He would have Bob Dylan, he would have everyone, Shel Silverstein, who wrote the poem, and they would all sit around a fire, pass around a guitar, and everyone would play their latest, whatever they were fiddling around with, whatever they thought might be cool, just get everyone else's feedback on it. So the night before his concert at the prison, he had a party, and the guitar went around to Shel Silverstein, and he did this, the poem of A Boy Named Sue. So Johnny Cash really liked it, and he asked him to write down the lyrics for him. So Shel did that, he wrote them down, and Johnny Cash was married to June Carter at this time. And June really liked the words to it and thought it would be cool. So when Johnny Cash was in the prison live recording an album, he still had the words to the poem in his pocket from the night before. He pulled them out, put them on the stand, turned around to his band and said, "Play something in G." And they just went on and did it. And he recited the poem live for the first time, and it made him millions of dollars. So it's one of his most famous songs. But it was originally a poem. So I'm gonna do it for you. If you guys have heard, it's a good story. So okay. But Daddy left home when I was 3. He didn't leave much to Mo and me, just this old banjo and an empty bottle of booze. Now, I don't blame him, 'cause he run and hid. But the meanest thing that he ever did was before he left, he went and named me Sue. Well, he must have thought it was quite a joke, and it got a lot of laugh from a lot of folk. Seems I had to fight my whole life through. Some gal would giggle and I'd get red. Some guy laughed and I bust his head. Tell you life ain't easy for a boy named Sue. Well, I grew up quick and I grew up mean. Fists got hard and my wits got keen. Roamed from town to town just to hide my shame. Made a vow to the moon and stars that I'd search the honky-tonks and bars and find the man who gave me that awful name. Well, it was Gatlinburg in mid-July. Just been to town and my throat was dry. Thought I'd stop, have myself a brew. There at a table, wheeling studs at the dirty manger dog that named me Sue. Well, knew that snake was my own sweet dad from the worn out picture that my mother had. Knew the scar on his cheek and his evil eye. He was big and bad and gray and old. I looked at him and my blood ran cold. And I said, "My name is Sue. How do you do? Now you're gonna die." Well, hit him right between the eyes. He went down, but to my surprise, come up with a knife, cut off a piece of my ear. I bust a chair right across his teeth. We crashed through the wall and into the street, kicking and and the gouging and the mud and the blood and the beer. I tell you, I fought tougher men, but I really can't remember when. He bit like a mule and he kicked like a crocodile. Well, I heard him laugh, then I heard him cuss. He went for his gun, but I pulled mine first. And he said, looked at me, and I saw him smile. He said, son, this world is rough. If a man's gotta make it, he's gotta be tough. And I knew I wouldn't be there to help you along, so I gave you that name and I said goodbye. I knew you'd have to get tougher, Dad. It's that name that's helped make you strong. He said, now you just fought one hell of a fight, and I know you hate me and you got the right to kill me now. I wouldn't blame you if you do, but you ought to thank me before I die for the gravel in the guts and the spit in your eye, 'cause I'm the son of a bitch that named you Sue. Well, got all choked up and I threw down my gun. Called me Pa and I called him son. He came away with a different point of view. I think about him every now and then, every time I try, every time I win. And if I ever have a son, I think I'll name him Bill or George or anything but Sue. I still hate the name.